Hey everyone, Aaron Jackson here. I'm here to talk about what gets me to the top, my skates, and more specifically, my wheels. And the Bont Whirl Assassin is the only wheel I trust. They're hand-poured with the best urethane out there. It's the holy grail for speed and control. Plus, it doesn't pick up every speck of dust on the floor. And the lifespan, I'm getting at least twice the mileage out of these compared to other wheels. But if you're serious about skating, do yourself a favor and try the Bont Whirl Assassin.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
Oh, and we are live here back in Salem, Oregon at the MRDA 2025 Championships. This is going to be our first JRDA exposition of the day. We're going to see our open gendered skaters. This is going to be the Northern Spotted Owls wearing black taking on the Canada LYNX. I am going to tell you first that I am Pinky Donchadero, and skating for the Northern Spotted Owls, we've got 007 Quesadilla, number 008 A Smash Crasher, number 03 Collateral Damage, number 111 Joe Mama, number 14 Evil C, number 18 Intoxicate, number 326 Big Rig, honk honk, number 333 Frostbite, number 444 Smashiopia, number 548, Fox McClout. Number 66, Brat-tastic. Number 89, Taco Cat. And number 909, Moscarade.
Welcome, friends. I am Loose Change, and I have the pleasure of introducing you to the team that will be skating in the white jerseys, Canada LYNX. So we've got 111, excuse me. Yeah, there we go. Four number ones in a row. 1111. Jasmanian Devil, 1217. Wheels, 15. Deslaya, 2. Omargeddon, number 218. Jules Burn, 22 is Nonel Rolls, 24. Demon Cat, 27 Carmen Slam Diego, 365 Phoenix, 50 is Raw Man, 6 Killer Cupcake, 64 Mighty Mouse, number 7 is V.
Nice. And looks like our coaches for the Canadian LYNX, we've got Spin Diesel, Stretch Armstrong, and Ninja Sassum. Well, Ninja gets to yell at juniors.
I may or may not have overheard one of those coaches say, I get to inflict some trauma.
Yes, and I, without saying, know exactly who said that.
I'm not saying who.
No, I'm not saying who. And on the Northern Spotted Owls, I'm seeing coaching over there. I see Yeety, I see Bones, and I see Gatekeeper. I can't see who it is. But, I mean, Yeety and Bones, both former junior skaters. Yeety is actually now a member of the JRDA board. Stretch Armstrong is a JRDA coach. So lots of, great JRDA representation here. And we are off to the action. Starting out, we've got number 909, Moscarade on the jammer line for the Owls and Phoenix for the Canadian LYNX.
As you can see on the screen in front of you, we've got some nice drawbacks, bringing people back all the way to that jammer line, pivot line, and about. Moscarade pushing at the front of that pack, looking to pick up lead, and there it is. Lead goes to Moscarade.
And that is bolt action coaching, so I knew my brain had to catch up there as to who it was.
Moscarade through and picks up the first set of 4 points. So we are on the board.
I love that Moscarade came dressed for the occasion in lovely suit and tie.
Oh.
I feel like maybe you should have thrown some jorts on there, and we could have had a Canadian tuxedo. Because it does look like Moscarade has a Canadian flag on the jersey, so I'm going to assume that they are Canadian junior.
Only time can tell. Phoenix hit to that outside with star in hand on that long draw back. Still working, but coming up against that tripod of those owl blockers.
Looking at the bench, and I see bolt action. Had hands in air, kind of like almost was, are you going to tell the jammer to call it off, or are you going to like fly away and do a little caca, caca?
I mean, who's to say it's not both?
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't it be both?
I've been trying to befriend crows while I'm here.
In the Panu,
yes.
Pacific Northwest.
Yes. And I want them to bring me shiny things. So
I mean, crows never forget, so.
They don't. So you have to be nice to crows. They never forget, and they do hold grudges. So if you're mean to a crow, it will get you, and its friends will get you too. So.
Yep. We've got number 64, Mighty Mouse, out there for Canada Lynx, and that is number 444, Smashiopea for the Northern Spotted Owls.
Nice blocking there by number 218, Jules Byrne, just firmly planted on that inside line, threw a hip into Smashiopea, which caused Smashiopea to roll into the infield and a bit of a drawback. But juniors, they recover quickly. Smashiopea out of the pack. Your lead jammer for the Northern Spotted Owls.
Second lead in a row for those Owls. And that is the first set of 4 points to be added to the 12 from jam number 1.
Yes.
And we've got it call. So that ends that 16 for the Northern Spotted Owls, 0 currently for Canada Lynx.
Nice. And thank you to Skate Free or Die for these amazing jerseys that they have provided for our junior skaters. Skate Free or Die, awesome shop out of New Hampshire. They are all custom jerseys measured to fit. And if you notice, there's a little New Hampshire license plate that is on the jersey of Brat-tastic. That license plate will, while it looks like it might be a real number, it's the measurements on the jersey.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Brat-tastic, lead jammer with the speed, comes flying up into this pack, gets around one blocker there, last blocker, and picks up all 4 points, calls off the jam, but it also looks like the Lynx able to get some too.
Yeah, so that was Omar Gedden was able to sneak by right at that very end, put 4 points for the Canada Lynx up there. So both of these teams now dabbling in the points situation.
Yeah.
And with almost 26 minutes remaining in just this first half, we do have 2 full 30-minute halves.
We do.
For this exhibition bout. We've got Evil C for the Owls out there, and Nonel Rolls for the Lynx wearing the stars. Both, they're just watching this incredibly fast pack stretch reform. Evil C just picks up lead.
Now, I believe Nonel Rolls' local league is the Cherry City Cherry Blossoms. Evil C, the face is so familiar to me, and I cannot place where Evil C is from in their home league.
Unsure myself.
Yeah.
But it,
Oh, Indianapolis Junior Roller Derby.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nonel Rolls assessed a track cut penalty, so this is a power jam for Evil C now, both having lead as well as being the only jammer out there in order to put additional points on the board. So far we've had 2 point scoring passes, and this is going to make it its third point scoring pass. There we go. 12 points for Evil C. Icing Nonel Rolls in the penalty box with only 9 seconds remaining on the penalty. So we have a power start. That was number 909, Masquerade.
Nonel Rolls, I know you probably just said this, and my brain went off into Never Neverland, has less than 10 seconds on the penalty, is standing. Our scoreboard, so lovely here, now gives us those penalty, how much time is left on the clock. Nonel Rolls freed from the penalty box, hits that back of the pack, but Masquerade out with lead. Nonel Rolls able to get that initial pass, but good awareness by Masquerade, and the bench gives the signal to call it off. So 4 in that pocket, and returns to the bench to set up yet another jam.
Aw, jammers that like each other.
Aww.
They hugged. Hugs is nice.
I know. I love Derby love on the track. Like, hi, we're best friends. Hug, kiss, and now I'm going to hit you immediately when that whistle starts.
Yeah. Well, looks like we've got Brat-tastic for the Owls, and that is Killer Cupcake for the Lynx.
Oh, nice work up there again by Jules Byrne. Jules Byrne working with the pivot. I believe that's number 2 Omar Geddon.
Yes. I think I saw a 0-2.
Yeah, that's why I paused for a second, because it's 2 on our sheet, but 0-2 on the jersey.
Yep.
So that must be lovely formatting where it's like no leading zeros, it drops it off.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep, you are correct.
Yeah, because it did the same thing. Look, Evil C is 14, but it's actually 014.
Oh,
yeah.
Sneaky little technology trying to get the best of us.
Rude.
How dare it.
Also, if somebody needs help formatting an Excel form, I'm pretty good at it.
okay, all right.
You're like, I hate Excel. But I do not hate Evil C. Evil C, amazing. Out of the pack, picks up lead jammer, and just really rolls right past, untouched. Amazing offense work by the Owls. Left that inside line open, basically containing the LYNX to the outside. So Evil C able to get those 4 points and call it off.
So we're going to be starting with a bit of a micro pack here because we've got 2 blockers from each team in that penalty box. We do have 1 of them for the Owls standing, so less than 10 seconds. But so that means there's only going to be 2 blockers in between that jammer and pivot line, and we do have Omageddon going up against where's no, that's a 909 Masquerade. Okay, I thought it was a 5. But it's a 909. I was like, we don't have a 505. But we definitely have a 909. Yep, Masquerade there. Ooh. Omar again through and lead, but Masquerade so fast and right on the heels.
Oh, and look at that. Wow. And, again, this is juniors, how good juniors are. They're so conditioned. Omar Geddon was just out as the pivot in the last jam, then takes the star. But unfortunately, Omar Geddon just got sent to the penalty box, right?
Yep, that is a track cut. So Masquerade on a power jam for the moment, 30 seconds. I mean, at this point in time, with how fast all of these skaters are, I'm very curious to know how many points could potentially be scored.
Yeah. I mean, I have witnessed a junior score 40 points in a jam.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, what, at NAQs when they did the exhibition,
yes.
it was that the 40-pointer?
No, I think we were close. I think we had 34 or something like that. Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah. At the JRDA regional hosted by Black Rose, a Philly skater, No Gus, No Glory, 40 points. It was just
nice.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful recycling there, bringing Omar again all the way back again and again. So far, both of these jammers putting 4 points on the board. Looks like 4 more there for Omar again. But Masquerade followed not too shortly behind with another 4. This is going to be a full 2 minute jam. For a second there, I had to pause because I thought that there was a penalty being assessed again to a jammer, and I was like, ooh, do we have more penalties? More jammer penalties already in jam number 8?
I mean, they would just be staying on par and on trend for this tournament.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we learn from open gender. We're open gender. We learn from the MRDA. They can get penalties, so we can too. But this is the time to coach those out of those lovely kids so that when they do hit that age where they can join their affiliated team, whether it be WFTDA or MRDA, that they're accustomed to not getting penalties.
Yes. Ooh, seeing 2 new jammers right now. We've got Intoxicate out there for the Owls and Jasminian Devil for the LYNX. Intoxicate picking up lead. Jasminian Devil following hot on the heels. But that is going to be a fast little hit it and quit it. Let's see how many points we've got. Ooh, points aplenty.
That was... Oh, no, go ahead. I was going to say, that's a nice, fast pack. That's what, what they were looking for, and ran it and got those points. How many points did we get there?
Yeah, so we got Owls picking up 2, LYNX picking up 1. So it's 54, Owls 17, LYNX at this point in time.
It's like that moment that the Owl realizes that LYNX is coming after them, and trying to make them lunch.
Yeah.
I am getting out of here and fast.
Oh, Evil. Yeah. So we've got Evil C and Vi out there. Evil C, my goodness, picking up lead. Listen, Evil C is going to give like all of the MRDA and WFTDA jammers a run for their money at this point in time.
Oh, absolutely. See where I remembered Evil C from. Evil C played against Crooked River. It was hosted by the Cleveland Guardians, and I went up to Evil C and I said, "When you aging out?" And he was like, 4 more years at the time. So I think
how long ago was that?
It was a couple years ago. So
okay.
Evil C might be 14 or 15 now, maybe 16. I mean, still. But I just looked on the interwebs, and no surprise, member of JRDA Team USA. So
yeah.
I
mean, I was just like, I wonder if we could put Evil C like up against Rolomite and just see what happens.
Yep.
Because I feel like that would be really fun to watch.
Collateral Damage taking on Omar Geddon.
Collateral Damage through with lead for those Owls, but Omar Geddon pushing a final blocker. That is number 444 at the front, Smashiopia.
That was really smart blocking there by Smashiopia.
Yep, hit to that outside, dragging, my goodness, all the way back to turn 4. From turn 2, halfway back to turn 4.
Now, Smashiopia, you're seeing out there in the black jersey, is from Philly Roller Derby. Philly Roller Derby won JRDA champs this year.
Okay.
I know it's definitely a couple year running that Philly Roller Derby juniors have won the Brawl Stars.
Great. You know, building an empire takes some time, but never a bad thing to do.
No. And both like Philly and Pittsburgh Derby Brats have had such a solid team for so long. Most of those skaters have been together since the beginning, probably since they were 10 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Each had a really large graduating class. So they're still so strong. So even though they've had 7, 12 kids age out, they still have all that talent to backfill it. So, yeah.
So Canada Lynx did have a star pass there to Nanelle Roll. So Nanelle finishing that jam as the jammer. We do have one of our Lynx in the penalty box, Demon Cat. So there will be a little bit of a pack disadvantage there for the Lynx. However, with the kind of rotation that we're seeing going in and out of that penalty box, it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference.
No.
Because it's like they're magical and they just like appear in different places and you're like, oh, I'm behind you. Haha, nope, I'm in front of you already.
And who was that with those hijinks? It was Killer Cupcake. I was here. I blended in. I was a part of the mountain. I am now on the other side. I love those photos where it's like a Lynx in the snowy snow caps, and they're like, find the cat. It's find the Killer Cupcake. And the Killer Cupcake was on the other side of that pack. With lead jammer, Quesadilla kind of getting trapped here behind the Lynx, trying to literally use those talons and claw a way out of that tripod stacked up against Delia.
Looks like Quesadilla has removed the star. Is it a stash? Is it a pass?
I think it might have just been a stash. I did not see any patting of the head.
Nope.
And rubbing of the tummy at the same time, and maybe possibly chewing gum. No, you get yelled at if you're chewing gum on the track.
Yes, that's true. 7 points there for the Lynx, bringing them to 24. The Owls held scoreless at 62, with just about 13 and a half minutes remaining in this first half already. Thank you for joining us. If you're just now joining us, I'm Loose Change.
I'm Pinky Donchadero.
And we've got V and Fox McClout out there, both rocking those stars.
And of course, you know, me being the old person that I am, was standing next to Fox McClout, and I just went and looked up and went, "You are giant." And the response was, Yeah. Sorry. I apologize. But I was like, we need to do one of those POVs where you take the picture from where you're at and how tiny I am in comparison to you. And Fox McClout's dad is Brute Squad, who plays for Puget Sound. So
that makes all of the sense in the world.
They are a redwood.
The genes are strong in that family.
Yes.
To build tall humans.
Yes.
Also, if Fox is anything like Brute Squad, like also probably just the sweetest human on the face of the planet.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But also, I just do really love being able to say, it's the Brute Squad. He is the Brute Squad. Thank you, Princess Bride.
Yes.
Smashiopia and Omargeddon. It is Omargeddon picking up lead for the LYNX.
Smashiopia kind of doing a bit of a barrel roll out of that pack to get the initial. But Omargeddon, has the wind beneath the wings there and is just flying around the track. Oh, nice little one-legged hop there. Puts a hip on number 111, Joe Mama. Oh, I see out there. I see my Pittsburgh Derby brat. I see Big Rig. Honk, honk.
Looks like Smashiopia reporting to that penalty box for high block. Yeah. So this is a power jam for Omargeddon. Both as leads. This is great. This is definitely what you want to see for the LYNX fans out there in the internet. 12 points so far.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful, I'm going to stop you right there by Joe Mama, number 111 for those Owls. But Omar just says,
nope. And that was such impressive footwork here on that inside line. If you're able to go back and give a replay there, it was literally fractions of millimeters that Omar stayed in bounds there, because I was watching it. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, okay. You stayed on there, my friend. So the agility and the ability to control the upper body while you're dancing on your toe stops on that line is just impressive. And, to have that now at this young age to then just, yeah, exactly. It's we were talking about this. I was talking about this with Yeedy, who is a former junior skater, now plays with Casco Bay, also is on a million other teams, and said one of the biggest things about juniors is when juniors age into adult derby, they already have the muscle memory.
Oh yeah,
and the skills. It's now what they grow into is the strategy, the emotional maturity going into roller derby, and they just completely become this amazing powerhouse of sport. And it's fun to watch what's happening from junior into MRDA and into WFTDA. So yeah. And we will have a second game also. We're going to have a second juniors game, which is the girls division. So this is our open gender, and we'll also have the girls division play here, giving everybody a shot to showcase their amazing junior talents.
Excellent. So Omargeddon put 24 points on the board in that last jam, 7 going to the Owls. We are currently in team time out. That was requested by those Owls. The LYNX are at 49 to Owls 71. We currently have just a 22-point game.
Yeah. Wow.
So with 10 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this first half, again, I'm just going to say, if we get one more 24-point jam, that's going to be a lead change.
It could. And also putting that in the folder of my brain of MVJs, of potential contenders.
I made notes.
You made notes there. Yes. So we will be, as the lovely announcer crew, picking an MVJ and an MVB for each of these teams, and they get a really, really sweet prize.
I mean, listen, MVPs and MVJs, if you don't want your prize, I will happily take it instead.
Yeah. If you can't seem to pack that into your luggage, I know some announcers who would gladly take that home for you to a state where you don't live.
Exactly.
And Brat-tastic is in pursuit of all the points there for the Owls.
Brat-tastic does have lead so far on that second point scoring pass here. Already 4 in the pocket. Phoenix out there still with that star, fighting at the back of that pack as it gets spread out further and further between turns 2 and 3. And as, of course, I say that they're spread out, they condense back in on themselves. And we continue to see all of those tripods and just this impressive blocking. But Brat-tastic able to find an out, picks up another set of 4 points, and we have a star pass for the LYNX. Star pass to Jasminian Devils, so current jammer of note for the LYNX as the jam gets called. And we had 12 points, there you go, for the Owls, bringing them to 83.
Oh, look at that love on the jammer line. That was 444 Smashiopia and number 7V.
I get to play roller derby with my friends.
I know. I get to play roller derby at the MRDA 2025 championship with my friends in the Pacific Northwest. How cool is this? But I bet you these kids also went to Australia this year, so that's I love it here, but that's pretty darn cool. And your lead jammer, it does look like, is V.
A smash crasher out there with the star for the Owls, coming in behind V. Oh, yep, V calling it off, though. 0 points for a smash crasher, but V's got one singular point, which puts the LYNX at 50. So, yeah, 33-point difference now at this point in time. 7.5 minutes remaining on this first period clock. Going to be going into jam number 17. Want to say a big thank you to our officials, Mother Flippin' Artist, our Atom Splitter, Mortal Kombat, India Pale Ale, Asylum, Huggins, Eggs, Doof Warrior, and Genetic. Don't worry, we've got more to talk about later, but we've got roller derby whistling.
Derby, 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 derby. Oh, and Masquerade back out there with the star going up against Omargeddon, but Omargeddon quickly getting called on appears to be a cut track call there. So this is going to be a power jam for Masquerade.
As that pack starts to condense and reestablish where they want to be. All of those LYNX blockers trying to get together, but unfortunately Masquerade able to sneak through and picks up another 4.
Nice little train there led by, I believe that's Intoxiscate out there, opening, clearing that to the inside to allow Masquerade. Pardonnez-moi. We're all learning French this weekend.
It's great.
It's amazing.
We've been working on our Spanish as well.
Yes.
Omargeddon. Oh, yeah, there we go. Clears the front of that pack. But it is called, let's see, 10 points in total for those Owls, bringing them to 93. LYNX held scoreless at 50.
Yeah.
We got number 365 Phoenix going up against number 014 Evil C for this next jam.
I think this is the first time we've seen Phoenix jam.
You are correct.
So nice. I'm excited for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Evil C just chipping away on that inside, sends Mighty Mouse flying there, opens up the inside, but Phoenix able to sneak right past, gets lead, and while in the foot race, calls off the jam. Looks like we're going to get timeout?
Yes, I did see Ninja do the timeout, so we got a timeout happening for the LYNX. So while that is going on, want to say a big thank you to Five Stride, who is one of the big sponsors here for our championships. Five Stride is your go-to pit stop for skates. For skaters, officials, and fans, all your skate and derby gear needs, you can check them out on the web, fivestride.com, or if you are in the Portland area, Northeast Portland is where the brick and mortar store is. I'm not saying that you need to schedule a vacation to come to Portland so you can go there, but there's a lot of things that you can do in Portland while you're in town, specifically also Five Stride.
Yeah.
So just saying.
And if you're not local, you can also go to Fritzy's Skate Shop.
Ooh.
Fritzy's Skate Shop is a cool family-run retailer stocking all things inline and roller skate related, plus helmets and other accessories. They're located in San Diego.
Ooh, all right. So
or
for the Southern California friends.
yeah, exactly. Or you can always shop online.
Yeah.
You know, online is your friend, whether it's at Five Strides or Fritzy's. Fritzy's RollerSkateShop.com.
Splendid.
And that's where you can buy your 187 pads, your 888 helmet, or your Bomb roller skates.
All of those wonderful
All of those things.
Oh, Evil C threw in literally 5 seconds, picking up a lead. Killer Cupcake not too far behind, as they're, everybody's hoping to put some points in their pocket and take those home. Ooh, Evil C, though, a very fast hit it and quit it. Took 4, called it off, keeping Killer Cupcake scoreless at that point in time. 97, so we're 3 points away from that 100-point bucket, as Johnny Pepper likes to say.
Yep.
For the Owls and 50 for the LYNX.
And, we've seen a lot this weekend. Very tight defensive games.
Oh, yeah.
And, we've gone into second halves, not either team at 100 points. So these these juniors are coming for your points.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they are. There was a game last night where coming into halftime, it was like 50 and 60 points.
Yeah. So we've got Jasmanian Devil taking the star for the LYNX and a Smash Crasher wearing the star for the Owls. Your lead, though, Jasmanian Devil. Now I am seeing a penalty being assessed to the Owls pivot, and I believe that is number 18, Intoxicate, suffering a direction penalty.
So with that, obviously Intoxicate extremely effective out there as a blocker. The rest of the friends for the Owls having to fill that hole, as it were, as Jasmanian Devils coming through, trying to break through and pick up another set of points. Both of these jammers now cleared from that pack. Is it going to be a... Yep, there it is. I was waiting. I was like, are we going to call it or run it?
And
we're calling it.
Give a shout out to Fox McClout for great communication, really rallying the other blockers to come back, get set, so that a Intoxicate could come join that tripod and post up to stop the LYNX jammer.
Just instantaneous, right there.
Yep, exactly.
11 points that jam, bring the LYNX to 61.
2:28 left in this first half. Masquerade, Phoenix. Just again, these are really fast packs. Masquerade, I'm getting the feeling, likes to go fast, and
I want to go fast, Dad.
Exactly. Do any of these kids skate USARs? Because this is slightly leaning towards USARs.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Most of these junior skaters are not even just bitractual. They're all rule sets. They've played, I don't know that maybe juniors have tried bank track, but possible, but I'm sure they've played USARs. They've played the WFTDA rule set. So
I feel like in the Southern California into the Arizona space is where a lot of like that heavy junior focused bank track tends to be, and I think maybe a little bit in Seattle.
Maybe I know there's that team called Role Models, and there's a lot of junior, like it's a junior team on Role Models. We used to on the East Coast. There used to be, I think Penn Jersey used to have a bank track, but I don't think since COVID it's been a thing. So
Brat-tastic and V out there for their respective teams with the stars. Yep, there we go. Brat-tastic. They had one final blocker, and that was Omargeddon, and we just had a star pass to speak of Omargeddon. So Omargeddon now the jammer for LYNX, but it is called, let's see, is that a one point that I see? One tiny little point, one little finger of point. 106 then for the Owls. LYNX at being held at 61. As we are rolling into potentially the last jam of this half.
I just realized there's a raccoon in the catwalk up there. There's a photographer in a raccoon onesie up in the catwalk taking photos. Wow, that's fun. I love they're in a raccoon outfit. Okay. Smashiopia donning the star for the Owls up against Killer Cupcake, getting a big drawback right off of that line. But Smashiopia recovers quickly. Nice spin maneuver around and out of the pack for your lead jammer.
Ooh. Yep, drop that star. I mean, number one, good track and like bodily awareness to realize the number of times that we've seen that star either dropped accidentally or even come off the helmet unknowingly has been quite frequent this whole entire weekend.
Yes.
So like being able to remember like, oh yeah, it is in my hand. And everything is absolutely fantastic for these juniors. Smashiopia through with that first set of points for the Owls. Meanwhile, Killer Cupcake still fighting against all of those Owl blockers in the back.
Ooh, nice little hop there. Just one little additional hop around, I believe that was Jasmadian Devil, for Smashiopia to pick up those 8 points.
There we go. Okay, I was like, I did hear a whistle. Someone's going to the penalty box. So that is the Ace Smash Crasher for the Owls reporting for a destruction.
And nice defensive work there by number 1217 Wheels. Wheels just kind of catching up, throwing a hip into Smashiopia. Does, though, pick up a penalty there. I didn't see the call yet, and it has not flashed up onto the board. So once I find out what infraction was occurred there. I know. I think Fox McCloud may have lost a toe stop. Definitely some sort of equipment was left behind on the track. Oh, look, it's our faces. Hi, I'm backing up because that's really close.
No, get in there.
Extreme close up.
So we got about 14 minutes of intermission. Go get a snack, go get a bathroom break, hydrate. Go to Five Stride online, go to Fritzy's Skate Shop. Fritzy's Skate Shop online. Owls currently sitting at 121 to the LYNX's 65. We will be back in I think we're shortening up some of our times because we were a little bit off schedule this morning. Start. Yeah, that's okay. So we'll probably be back in about 7.5 minutes then for the second half of this first of 2 junior exhibitions.
Yes. Thank you, Loose Change, for joining for this. We're going to have a lovely second half. While you're hydrating, scratch a kitty for us.
I'm going to go get a blanket.
Yes.
Or some sort of layers.
Yes. Back.
everyone, Aaron Jackson here. I'm here to talk about what gets me to the top, my skates, and more specifically, my wheels. And the Bont Whirl Assassin is the only wheel I trust. They're hand-poured with the best urethane out there. It's the holy grail for speed and control. Plus, it doesn't pick up every speck of dust on the floor. And the lifespan, I'm getting at least twice the mileage out of these compared to other wheels. But if you're serious about skating, do yourself a favor and try the Bont Whirl Assassin.
They call it a sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.
Da, 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 da. This is what happens when they I needed to put clothes on. I was cold. So yes, I went and I got my onesie and I put that on.
Me, I'm just pretending that I'm not cold.
Listen, whatever works for you, babe. I support that. I know what it's like to be cold.
Yes. Again, I ill-prepared for the temperatures. When I was packing, everything said it was going to be in the
Here's
low
the deal.
60s.
It's not the weather outside. The weather outside is actually nicer than it is in this venue.
It's just that we're sitting on concrete that
This
is
venue
retaining
is
the
so
cold.
cold.
So it's so cold.
And a very last-minute ditch effort because I'm from Minnesota and therefore I have all of my warm weather things prepped and ready 24/7, 365. Did I bring a scarf, a winter hat, and winter gloves? Oh, you bet I did.
Of course. And I just bought a lovely new beanie, and I was like, should I pack this? No, I don't need it. Yeah, I probably could have actually used the beanie. So
Rule number 1, always bring it.
Yeah.
Always bring it.
I mean, and I'm really good at overpacking, so I can't believe I didn't overpack that stuff. So
You want to talk about overpacking? We can talk about the amount of underwear that I overpack. It's a thing. All right, so Canada Lynx currently sitting at 65 to the Northern Spotted Owls 121. And we have this second half, another 30 minutes of this Junior Roller Derby Association exhibition bout.
yes,
As we learn more and more that the children are the future.
they are, as our good friend Snuffy says, gonna take your lunch money.
Yeah.
So
You don't need to be concerned about AI. You need to be concerned about the juniors that are aging up in the next 2 years because they are coming for your roster spots
Yep.
on all of your leagues.
Respect. Yeah. They're just there, and we appreciate. And I just in my brain go, oh, if there was only junior roller derby when I was that age.
Oh.
It is just amazing to see what this sport has done for people, and that joined it as an adult, and then to have that and be able to share that with the younger generation is amazing to me. And sharing the star is Phoenix for the Lynx, up again in Toxiskate. Both of these jammers trying to battle the front. Intoxiskate going a little toe-to-toe there with Omar Geddon. Someone is being called on a penalty, and that is Intoxiskate. Intoxiskate being called out on a forearm. So this is going to be a power jam for Phoenix.
It looks like Intoxicate was also the lead. So with that, lead has been lost. So Phoenix, just has that 30 seconds to try to put some additional points on the board for the Lynx. Just skates literally through that pack one, just unopposed, just skating around in a circle, friends. No big deal.
No big deal.
You don't need to worry about me.
Oh, and Phoenix getting a bear hug there by Joe Mama. Great control there, but a direction call being made on Joe Mama. So when you are skating chest to chest, that is legal, but you have to continue moving in the derby direction. So if you step into that, you lean towards the skater.
Yep.
That is considered a direction of gameplay, and you're going to have to sit for 30 seconds.
There is impact.
Yes.
And it's your impact.
Mm-hmm. It is impacting you. It's impacting your team because they're going to lose you for that 30 seconds. And, you need all the blockers on the track. Look at that. These kids starting it up, and then just rolled back. So I was like, what do these kids know about the pivot line?
Listen, just because we're old doesn't mean we had to skate uphill both ways through 17 feet of snow, blah, blah, blah. We've got collateral damage for the Owls, V for the Lynx. Delightful little jammer tete-a-tete. So a little hit out and then just draw back and wait. Is this? Come on, friends.
He's like, seriously, collateral damage. He's like, come on, join me. Play my reindeer games. V's like, oh, okay, fine. I want to get this pack moving, so fine. I will do that. Oh, no, but V getting called. Getting that penalty assessed. I believe that's an illegal position call. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
My brain is still trying to process why he literally went around the whole entire track. Has there been a rule change that I'm
So
unaware
basically,
of?
that it was
you no
attempt.
longer have to enter from one particular spot.
Yeah, I don't think that. Like, that was obviously an attempt at eating the baby.
Right.
But yeah.
So, and like V's penalty was assessed right there in between turns 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Why did V proceed to go around the whole entire track versus just like boop?
Oh,
and then
go boop and go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. No, that's definitely.
I'm not losing my mind, right?
No, you're not.
Okay,
No, that's
okay.
definitely.
Listen, there
unless
could be rule changes that I'm not aware of. And then
But there are also some, slight changes. There's slight variations in the JRDA rule set. So maybe it's a JRDA safety situation. I don't know. I would have to ask. So the illegal position was because the jammer was accelerating out of bounds to get away from Eat the Baby. So what that was. Thank you, Filet Official. Filet Official, can you tell us why is the junior rule, do they have to skate all the way around in derby direction to the penalty box, or can they just turn around and go?
They don't, because Fox McClout had a penalty which they just came from, and they went backwards.
Okay, so there you go. So maybe it was choices. Choices.
Choices. Frostbite and V out there. V with the star also lead for those LYNX.
And Filet Official did confirm they can go either direction.
Okay.
It's not some special rule within juniors.
All right.
So it was just a choice.
All right. Okay. Listen, again, like I said, as long as there's not as long as I'm not missing anything, I respect whatever decision you want to make.
Right.
I just need to make sure that I'm not misinformed.
I support your decisions, your choices.
Your choices, your body, your choices.
Exactly.
100%. I'm okay with that. I just need to make sure I'm not wrong.
No, you're not.
Seeing the pack spread out so much.
Wow, look at this deep dive in on that wall. That's actually something that Philadelphia, the Philly juniors do really, really well. They get in that V, and then they just squat deeper and deeper and lower, and it makes it so impossible to break that wall and to make get a seam in there. Yes, thank you, Filet Official, for your MRDA rules analysis.
And we did have a star pass at the very end there for the Owls. That was Masquerade at the very last moment. And, it looks like we have an official review being called.
But it might be an official review as a time. Oh, so it looked like it was a timeout, but now I'm seeing an official review being used as a timeout. Oh, and so it's an official review. No, it is an official review. Okay.
I was going to say, I did see Ninja specifically walk in and do the O.
Yeah.
And then did not go anywhere.
Yes, and I saw Adam Splitter making the O, but then I saw somebody else with the T, so yeah. So, hey, if you are enjoying the stream that we've been providing you, Concussion Roller Derby has been excited and honored to be hosting the 2025 MRDA Champs, and production of this broadcast is free of charge, streaming only on the MRDA YouTube channel. If you'd enjoyed the broadcast that's happening, please consider donating to help with the cost of streaming in hosting this amazing event. Use the QR code that is on the left of your screen, or go to concussionrollerderby.com/donate or bit.ly/CRD donate, all lowercase. Hi, Jam Burglar.
Okay. Listen, you're just so popular. Come on, man. All right, so I was eavesdropping while I was trying to chew on some candy.
Okay.
So the Owls are seeking a cut on the... No, sorry. Yeah, the Owls... No. Hmm? Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because the Lynx are the ones that called it. Sorry. My brain is...
That's okay, because
smushed
remember,
by now.
they switch benches, so.
Yeah, see. Object permanence, man. Yeah, so... So Lynx were seeking a track cut on the Owls jammer. It doesn't look like... The thing is beeping, or the light is blinking. Where? All right, well, they didn't get it, is what it
Yeah,
boils
I just
down
heard
to.
Wolverine say they do not retain. So there's that.
There you go.
They asked for something,
They
didn't get it, and they do not retain. And that's,
Doesn't impact anything.
No.
Moving on.
all right. A Smash Crasher is your lead jammer. Noddle rolls coming up quickly, putting the pressure on, and A Smash Crasher calls off the jam.
23.5 minutes remain in this second half. The Owls at 129 to the Lynx's 85. And we have a new jammer
We
entering
do.
the game.
We have Fox McClout entering up against the Demon Cat. Oh, see, so many animals. We got a fox, we got a cat.
We really do. There's so many.
There's so many with the owls and the lynx and the
Moses.
fox. Oh no, Fox McClout being called off on a penalty. Oh, that appears to be a high block.
Yeah. So this will be a
Yep. It's going to jam for all the jams. We're going to go to the end of the jammer clock since we have a no lead there because Fox was called lead and then called on the penalty. So, oh, no, I'm sorry. The penalty happened first.
Yeah.
So we do have Demon Cat who was out and able to pick up lead. So no, we're going to go as long as
Demon Cat wants. Mm-hmm. Demon Cat is in control. Fox McClout is standing, so less than... Oh, and of course, as I say that, re-enters the track. So coming up against those blockers.
Oh, Fox McClout really just moving that wall forward.
Mm-hmm.
Finds that seam, but gets one big hit there by Jules Byrne. Wow, that was very impressive by Jules Byrne. Again, that's another one that's in the Rolodex. Jules Byrne has been quite the force to be reckoned with on the track. Oh, nice little hop there for Fox McClout to get out of that pack. Now, that is the initial pass. Fox was not able to complete the initial pass before suffering that penalty.
Demon Cat did get assessed a forearm penalty. So Demon Cat's in that penalty box. So this is a Fox McClout power jam.
So maybe we did manifest that by thinking it was going to be a 2-minute jam, and then it really did become a 2-minute jam.
I'm not saying that you can blame the announcers when you go back and look at this and watch this game. But I will just say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, so sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Evil C out there with Phoenix. Only one person in that penalty box right now for the Owls, so they are starting at a 4-3 pack disadvantage. Canada Lynx at 89, the Owls at 132. So, we've got about a 43-point difference at this point. Not wild in any capacity.
No.
But with 20 minutes, you've got a lot of time to do a lot of different things. Evil C pushing at the front, those final two blockers. Oh, that
was nice by Rawman there.
Yeah, that you could see the attempt, and Evil C also saw it and was like, and anew. We've got a star pass now to number 7. That is V for the Lynx. But, Evil C says, I'm going to take my 4 points, I'm going to put them in my pocket, and I'm going to go home with them.
I got a pocket full of derby points.
Pocket full of points. I got a pocket full of points. I got a pocket.
Pocket full of points. I'm glad you knew what I was.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
I'm picking up what you're laying down. I hear you clucking big chicken.
Listen. When people get my pop culture references, that's when I know I am with my right peoples.
It's because I too am a fellow old.
Yes, a fellow old.
Omar getting on out there with the star for the Lynx, but Ace Smash Crasher is pushing at that front for the Owls and does get lead. Omar getting, however, a whopping maybe 8 feet behind.
Yeah.
And really pushing as you are watching this pack speed up more and more.
Yeah, I mean, with each stride, Omar Geddon gets closer and closer, really putting the pressure on, which forces that call off from the Owls.
Mm-hmm. I do really love, like, a jammer foot race.
Yes.
And it's just like the pack is going and just sprinting and the jammers are sprinting and it just turns into, like, that 2 minutes of endurance.
Yes. Which, you know, juniors have. They have endurance and they have cartilage. They've got all the
and
collagen.
Yep.
And we've got Brad Tastic up against Killer Cupcake. Killer Cupcake working those angles, drops to the outside, comes back to the inside. Smashiopia, though, is able to just put enough of a hit that takes Brad Tastic or Killer Cupcake to the infield, has to recycle back while Brad Tastic uses that misdirection there, shall we say, to get out of the pack and become lead jammer for the Owls.
Nice little pop to that outside by, I believe that's number 50, Raw-Man, having to recycle. But I'm seeing 2 points apiece. I get to. Was that
the worm? Sorry.
Masquerade. I hope that got caught on video.
If it didn't, that is a shame.
Want to say a big thank you to the rest of our officials: Kira Duncan, Spucker, Breadpool, Jawbreaker, Bon Appetit, Oni, and Rita Slayworth.
Ooh, Masquerade just using the cloaking mechanism to get out through on that inside line, picks up lead jammer. Now back into scoring position, kind of did the little shoulder shimmy, says, my shoulders say I'm going this way, but my body is going this way. Bye-bye, toot toot. And is your picking up your scores. Oh my God, the words, points are being scored. Picks up 4, puts them in the pocket.
We have a star pass for the Lynx. The new jammer for the Lynx is V.
Call off happens there from Masquerade.
4 points for Mo. Do you know Mo?
That could be a whole.
Name that movie.
You know Mo.
Mm-hmm.
See, I feel like
you've got a baby in a bar.
Oh, yes. I was thinking of
Sweet Home Alabama.
Yes, of course. I was thinking of the old ads for, was it Nike with Do You Know Bo? That's what I was thinking as the reference of.
All right. Nobody
but good
cares.
Old Melanie Linsky, you have a baby in a bar. Love me some Melanie Linsky.
Listen, people don't care about my opinions of movies. They want to know about Smashiopia from the Owls picking up lead. It took 25 seconds, actually, so fairly good, positioning and blocking happening. Nanelle rolls out there with that star for the Lynx. That is Joe Mama reporting to that penalty box. We do have one person that's starting to rack up 5 penalties, excuse me. 5 penalties on one team. We've got a 4 penalty on the other. And that did end with a star pass to Omar Geddon for the Lynx. But that was 2 points for the Owls, bringing them to 148. The Lynx held scoreless at 91 as we rock. We want to rock into that final 15 minutes of gameplay.
Rock.
Rock around the clock.
And we were talking about the penalties. I mean, we're kind of even. 20 penalties for the Owls, 18 for the Lynx.
Nice.
Yeah. But the Owls...
The spread is a little bit different, though.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a little bit more spread out amongst the Lynx, where you've got concentrated penalties on the Owls for skaters like Joe Mama. So, but Joe Mama, oh, look at that. Intoxicate puts a big hit on Jasmanian Devil, but a follow-up hit from 218 Jules Byrne, trying to offer some offense there, but also then suffers a penalty. That would be a direction penalty.
We do have lead jammer finally being picked up. That is by Jasmanian Devil. First time we've seen the Lynx with a lead for a little bit, but collateral damage through and out. Jasmanian Devil got recycled back into that pack. 0 points, I believe, per person.
Yeah.
I see a 0 there. I see a 0 there.
I don't know that, have we had scoreless jams yet this game? It's hard for me because I'm not producing and while I'm talking, and we don't have a producer. So I don't think we've had a complete 0-0.
We've had a couple because they've been real fast, and it was like, I'm calling it off before you get any points because you're too close for comfort. But there haven't been a lot.
There haven't been, no.
But there have been a few, yes.
Quesadilla going up against Phoenix.
Real thick pack, just hovering at that pivot line.
Oh, that was gorgeous. Quesadilla rolled to the inside thinking that, had enough room to go by, and it just was stopped there by Omar Geddon. Omar Geddon almost, was like magnets and just drawn to that inside to stop the pathway there. Just that was instant roadblock from Omar Geddon.
Thou shalt not pass. This is such a spread out pack. I don't think you can fully get the full perspective because we don't have a lens wide enough, frankly, for how far it was spread out. But at the very, very front, let's see, that is Evil C. I can't see who the other two. I think it's Evil C, Mosquerade, and just
somebody. It might be.
It can't. It looks like it ends in a 9. Maybe that's Taco Cat.
Maybe Taco Cat.
Possibly.
Yes, that is Taco Cat.
Great.
Taco Cat there.
And Evil C now is that final blocker. Just Phoenix is digging in and cannot get. Oh, Phoenix has got lead, so that's good. That's exciting.
So the hip passed, but is still not able to get around Evil C, and we've got like a triple bridge here. But Evil C finally being called out of the out on that penalty, just makes that illegal contact, making contact basically out of play and goes to the penalty box, which allows Phoenix finally to get through and immediately call it off.
Yeah.
After all of that, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Yep, 0 points aplenty, unfortunately, because that was incredibly well fought and executed from all parties.
Yes.
But just also, I'm tired.
I know.
I'm ready to be done, please and thank you.
It's
Big
time for me to
Rig
take a break.
and Wheels, 2 brand new jammers.
Big Rig, everyone back in Pittsburgh. Honk honk. Sorry, I was real excited about that. That's my friend.
I appreciate the fact that is your friend. That was a very short jam, though. There was no lead called. It was called off by the officials. I'm not sure why, but it was.
I don't know. Our coaches seem to be chattering with their skaters, with each other. Oh, it looks like maybe there's a question about the penalty. I'm seeing Kira Duncan heading over to the penalty box to talk to Evil C.
I would like to officially petition to be the president of the Kira Duncan fan club.
Oh! I second that. I initiate that nomination.
If there is not an official fan club, I would like to be a founding member of it, and I will
Yes.
take I will accept applications for those folks that would also like to be founding members. Really just a Kira Duncan appreciation fan club for the skills, because
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we are back at the action. Big rig again with wheels. This is a road show here. Wheels and big rig. Honk honk. I know that Mother Trucker is here. Love Mother Trucker. Oh no, cut track being called on Big Rig. Big Rig is going to go sit in the penalty box, but so is Wheels. Wheels made it first. Oh, so soon as Big Rig sits down, that releases Wheels, and Big Rig's going to only have to serve a couple seconds. Also, both back out on the track.
And that means no lead jammer eligibility. Full 2 minutes of fight. Let's see who can put some points on the board. Owls at 148, the Lynx at 91, with just under 10 minutes in this first JRDA exhibition game.
So just a quick clarification.
Yes.
Evil C, the referees went over to issue a second penalty.
Oh.
So it was also issued an interference of game, got a second penalty, so actually served 1 full minute.
Okay. Thank you for that information. Greatly appreciate it. As we are still stuck over there on turn number 2, as we do a little bit of recycling back to turn 1, but still at the top of 2, we have...
Oh, Joe Mama just throwing down skaters, trying to help Big Rig get out of this pack. Big Rig getting one last push there. Number 24, Demon Cat, just, at that point of no return, has to yield and let Big Rig pass.
Ooh.
Big Rig now with the points on the board.
Yes. Nice little spin on that inside in order to stay in bounds, but that's a good 4 solid points for those Owls, bringing them to 152. And the Lynx also able to put 4 on the board to bring them to 95. And we have Jasmanian Devil going up against Fox McClout.
Fox McClout.
I feel like that's a reference I want to understand, but I don't know.
Is it Fox McCloud? Is that somebody?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll find out. We'll find out. Jasmanian Devil through and lead. Fox also clearing that initial pass. So both of these jammers able to put points on the board. Yes, Pinky.
Did you see that apex jump? It did lead to a penalty, but it was pretty exciting. Sorry. As I distracted with the glitter.
What you can't see is as soon as it happened, Pinky's arms just started flailing wildly. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was going to talk about it too. But it was really, really great. But yes, that was a track cut penalty for Jasmanian Devil, unfortunately. Not what you want to see if you're a Lynx fan out there. But, this does give Fox McCloud a little bit of time and opportunity to recenter and find those 4 points.
And Jasmanian Devil released from the penalty box back out there, while the Lynx, though, are trying to surround and contain the forest that is Fox McCloud. Fox McCloud just, is that tree waving in the wind, doesn't bend. It bends but does not break and keeps moving forward. What is it in Lord of the Rings? The Ents? They're just the trees that walk.
Yep. Yes, we're giant nerds.
Yeah, sorry.
Nope, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. If you're in roller derby and you don't have some sort of nerd tendencies, I don't know why you're here. Yeah. No, but we love you. Anyway.
We'll see. Was that final blocker for Jasmanian Devil? 12 points so far for Jasmanian Devil. 8 points now for Fox McCloud. So
and the jammer engagement there. Fox McCloud opting to offer a little hit there on Jasmine and Devil to end that jam.
You know, sometimes you just want to show your friends affection by hitting them a little.
I mean, that's what we do for fun.
Yeah, so that's just what happened. Well, you know, it is what it is. The LYNX putting 16 on the board, Owls with 8.
Nice.
So both of these teams in that 100 mark. Oh, we do have a timeout being called. Team timeout is what it appears to be by the Owls.
But it does look, timeouts are, for rest, relaxation, some meditation, but also the coaches can come out and have a little bit of a conversation during that time with the refs. Just maybe, hey, I'm seeing a lot of X, Y, and Z happening. Can you keep an eye out for that kind of thing? So, yeah. Or they're busy considering what our sponsors are. Tell us who our sponsors are, Luce.
Well, so actually I was going to tell you a little bit about our after party. So if you are in the Salem or frankly the Portland or sort of the general vicinity, you've got like it's 2:30. You've got like 2.5 hours to get here before our first 5 p.m. game for that bronze medal. And then after the bronze, we're going to have our first and second place game at approximately 7 o'clock. And then we're going to the yard for the after party. It is one of Concussion's longtime favorite after practice spaces. They've got food trucks. They're going to stay open extra long for us. It's not too far away from the venue. And so if you're just like having a little chilled morning at home and you're coming into the venue later, just prepare yourself to go to the yard afterwards and join us.
Yes. I hope there will be dancing. I
know there's karaoke.
Oh, really? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, God. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. No, there's definitely going to be dancing.
And who is dancing into lead? It is Brat-tastic. Brat-tastic is your jammer of note. I think you said that earlier, and I really like jammer of note for the Owls. One last blocker to beat gets around number 24 Demon Cat to pick up those 4 points. Phoenix has the star, but is having a little trouble navigating these woods here and getting out of the pack.
Intoxicate is definitely given Phoenix all of the business, followed by Masquerade. The two of them together is they're just
we weren't given a list of where these skaters come from as far as their home teams. I suspect if maybe they are local skaters that play together frequently, or maybe do like a lot of junior mix-up stuff and team up. So.
Yeah, there's a good possibility. The LYNX did have a star pass to V, so we've got V on that docket now, going from pivot to jammer as one does. Brat-tastic just continuing to just go.
This might be a contest for our highest jamming score of the game. Omar Gedden, I think, had a 24 points, so now
Omar definitely had at least 20.
Yeah, and now we're at 28.
If it was 24 as well, but yeah, this is 28, so this is new.
And this is now 32. Yeah, highest scoring jam of this JRDA exhibition game. 32 points for Brat-tastic. We're going to get a really cool replay here of Little Hop there out of the pack for Brat-tastic.
I'm going to make a broad sweeping statement. Are you ready for this, Pinky?
Let me hold on.
That is the highest point scoring jam we have seen all day.
It is. It
day
is.
Period.
Yes. I mean, I think all weekend, actually.
I was going to say, I feel like all weekend,
I think it's all weekend, too.
We've had some 20s. I don't think we've had anything above a 24.
I don't think so
we
either.
We haven't had any 30s.
Yep.
So
just remember, all you adult leagues. This is what you've got coming to you.
If you're here's the deal, friends. Don't skip leg day.
Don't.
This is what it boils down to.
And
These little babies don't skip leg day. You can't either.
you cannot. And you want to do functional training. You want to lift heavy. You want to do plyometrics. You need to stretch, do some yoga, some Pilates, keep those muscles loose.
Yes.
All the disciplines.
Just quit your job and only work out. It'll be
yeah.
totally fine. I'm sure you're going to
And then you
not have any
become
problems.
really awesome at it, and then you make that as your job
Right.
to
There you go.
train derby skaters. Like I just saw Thrasher. Thrasher trains derby skaters as a job and gets to play all the awesome derby across the country. So, hey.
Shout out to Lola Chola, who I know is one of Thrasher's biggest proponents and always posts things that like Body by Thrasher, Workout by Thrasher. Love that.
Yes.
Lynx have fielded Killer Cupcake. Owls have A Smash Crasher out there. And it is Killer Cupcake with that lead.
Oh, and look at that A Smash Crasher doing a little bit of a star sash there, but just pinballing off of each of those blockers. Omar came to try to contain and just boom, A Smash Crasher bounced off, got out of that pack.
Okie dokie, that's, I think, 4. Are we only going to see 4? 4 points. 4 points for the Lynx, putting them at 115. The Owls held scoreless at 192 as we've got 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining on this period clock. And we've got probably 2 jams, I would say.
I would think. 2 jams. Yeah.
Depending upon how things go. One can never be so sure. But we've got Intoxicate. We've seen Intoxicate a little bit out there with the start, not super frequently.
Yeah.
Definitely more as a blocker.
Definitely more as a blocker.
And super effective.
Now, I don't want to, announce our curse here or manifest. I'm manifesting because Intoxicate is lead jammer, but the few times we saw Intoxicate jam were penalty box visits. So, yeah, definitely using those blocker skills as a jammer, but sometimes that gets you in trouble as a jammer and you have to suffer a penalty.
Yeah.
This time around, though,
Very
fully
smart.
successful, got the 4, called it, didn't want to, just felt the need that it was short. I did it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I mean, realistically, and frankly, at 15 minutes is when, if were I coaching, that would have been, okay, if this is what the point spread looks like at 15 minutes, this is all about clock management. It is get lead, get 4 points, call it off, reset.
Yep.
That's all we're going to do for the next 15 minutes, and we're going to continue to hang on to the lead that we have.
Oh, and we've got Joe Mama jamming for the Owls.
Oh, that is, yes. Joe Mama with coming through, obviously cleared that pack, looking to put some points on the board, but isn't going to have quite as much assistance as hoped as we've got collateral
2.
damage and Brat-tastic in that Johnny Pepper Patch penalty box. So
Yeah, since I'm on the call, it's not my penalty box. It's the Johnny Pepper Patch.
Exactly. Listen, if you wanted to sponsor the pepper or the penalty box, we could talk about you as well out there in the internet land. V is through, does have points on the board, not lead.
No.
Because Joe Mama is just having such a hard time getting through all of those blockers. Another 4 points, though, for V, and calls it. Joe Mama, while lead, didn't put any points on that board in that jam.
No, and, also was probably being a little bit conservative because going into that, Joe Mama was sitting on 5 penalties.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're going to go out at the very end, on penalties, but was being a little bit conservative. I think, just wanted to make sure that was taking all the right precautions to get through the pack, and it was a tough pack. So you may you may suffer a penalty there. But looks like we have 1 second left. And Joe Mama
Listen,
did pick up points.
The officials made a liar out of me.
Yes.
Joe Mama got 4 points.
Those delays.
V got 7
make me so
points.
mad,
I know.
especially when I'm producing and then I have to scratch it out and fix them. But yeah,
Hashtag announcer life problems.
Yes.
Mwah,
Yes.
mwah. We do. So there was a team timeout called by the Owls at 1 second left. So we have only one little jam left.
one more jam.
We've gotten a lot of one more jams.
We have
this weekend.
One more jams that Can we talk about that last one more jam?
There's
Yeah.
Taco Cat and Omar Geddon are the jammers for us in this final jam it is jam number 20.
Oh, and look at Omar Geddon just running up that line. Loose Change just lost the breath there, but it suffers a cut track on that. So heading to the penalty box. Wow. Oh, and booty hit there.
Taco Cat through, picks up lead. Owls are in the lead right now, but continuing to just run this. I mean, Taco Cat's in charge at this point in time, so we're going to do what Taco Cat wants to do.
Taco Cat is Taco Cat and wants to score points. Taco Cat does get a sweep there, goes out of the track and back in, does want to ensure no cut track, so does return back behind the pack.
Omar getting out of that box, does clear that initial pass yet again, just to be on the safe side, and it is called. 4 points in total for those Owls, bringing them to 204. And we have our unofficial score of Owls taking the win at 204, the Lynx at 122.
Wow. That was a great game. It felt very fast to me.
Really did.
So we are going to go ahead and confer. I see Moose heading out to the center with the awards. So big props, hands up for your favorite juniors. We love you. Can't wait to see more what you do. We're going to confer and get those awards out there. So I'm Pinky Donchadero.
I'm Loose Change.
Bye.
Hey everyone, Aaron Jackson here. I'm here to talk about what gets me to the top, my skates, and more specifically, my wheels. And the Bont Whirl Assassin is the only wheel I trust. They're hand-poured with the best urethane out there. It's the holy grail for speed and control. Plus, it doesn't pick up every speck of dust on the floor. And the lifespan, I'm getting at least twice the mileage out of these compared to other wheels. But if you're serious about skating, do yourself a favor and try the Bont Whirl Assassin.
They call sport, but we know better. It's a symphony of dedication, grit, and heart. Tuned to one another in a composition of chaos on a stage built for progress. Athlete-driven innovation from the first whistle to the final score. Every hit, every fall, every win, every loss, every team, every season, every body. We've got you covered.